Author Jeff Deaver is taking a break from his most popular character, Lincoln Rhyme. But there's good news for his fans because Deaver's new psychological thriller, The Sleeping Doll, features a new lead character, body language expert Kathryn Dance. Jeff Deaver, good morning.
Good morning, Julie.
Well, Kathryn Dance is not completely new to your fans because she was in your last book, The Cold Moon, right?
I sometimes hear authors say, well, I write for myself, or I only want to please myself, and I think that's ridiculous. We write for fans who commit a lot of time and money to our books. And when I wrote The Cold Moon last year, I began to get fan mail from around the world. Now, these books are published in about 150 countries. We love Kathryn Dance. Bring Kathryn Dance back. And these are folks who I respect and admire, my fans I'm speaking of, and they got Kathryn Dance in The Sleeping Doll.
And what is Kathryn Dance doing this time around in The Sleeping Doll?
Well, The Sleeping Doll harkens back to my youth. We all remember the terrible murders in the 1960s committed by Charles Manson's entourage. And that stuck with me for a long time. I thought, what a compelling villain, someone who can coerce people into doing terrible things that they otherwise wouldn't do. Well, my villain in The Sleeping Doll is a man named Daniel Pell, who has Manson's talent, if you can call it that, his dark talents. And he has talked people, this is 10 years ago, into living with him, doing his bidding. He's arrested for murder, goes to prison, but now he escapes. And Kathryn Dance is charged with finding him. She can't figure out how to do it. He's staying in the Central Coast area of, near Monterey, California. And she comes up with an idea, this bizarre reunion to bring together three women who were in his cult 10 years ago and hope that they can provide the clues as to where he is.
Now, who is the Sleeping Doll, though?
The Sleeping Doll, that's as you know, I like many twists and turns and surprises in my books. The Sleeping Doll is a young girl who was 8 at the time of these terrible murders when her family was killed by the son of Manson, by Daniel Pell. Fortunately, she was asleep in her bed, covered by her toys and her stuffed animals, so Daniel Pell missed her. Well, now she's 18, and she may very well hold a key as to what's going on with Daniel Pell. So Kathryn interviews her as well and has to use her skills as a body language expert to figure out what's going on. And
what is that called, the experts who can study
Kinesics.
Kinesics.
Kinesics. It's a fascinating subject.
And what kind of research did you do? I mean, I'm fascinated by this. Like, what can you tell about?
It's a very interesting subject. It's the study of body motion and verbal behavior, not verbal content, because we can easily control what we say, but it's very hard for us to control how we say it. For instance, pauses or the pitch of our voice. So someone like Kathryn Dance would sit down with a suspect, talk to them, ask them questions that she would know the answer to, and judge their behavior and say, okay, he's behaving this way or that way. Then when she asks questions she doesn't know the answer to, she says, there's a variation there. Maybe he's lying. Maybe not, but he's feeling stress, so I'm going to probe that and see what's going on.
It's almost like a human lie detector test.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, I'm fascinated with it now. And I have some fun when I go out with friends. And for instance, a couple weeks ago, I was talking to a couple. They just redecorated their house. And I said, so you stayed home last Saturday and you painted your living room. Was that fun? And the wife said, oh, yeah, we had a great time. And I said to the husband, did you have fun? And he said, yeah, it was fun. And I said, gotcha right there.
Why? You touched your face. We've heard this before. What happens?
It's a bit of a tell. When you touch your face, it means you're feeling stress because you're not telling the truth, and you try to cover up or keep the guilt that you're feeling from being projected outward. You don't think about it. You just do it automatically. But I got him. He didn't. He wanted to be out at the game. It was a beautiful day. I knew he didn't want to be painting his house.
What does blinking say? Is there?
No. Oddly enough, eyes are really not very revealing because we have so much control over our eyes. Actually, one of the most telling gestures is to bob your foot. Of course, your viewers aren't seeing that now, but I'm bobbing my foot.
Yeah, I see you kind of twisting around your ankle there.
Or the fingers, because we can control our face.
Now I'm scratching. I'm so nervous talking to you.
Julie, don't feel nervous. I feel a little stressed now. It's not like we're on national television or anything, you know.
But sorry, bobbing the foot means what?
Bobbing the foot means I'm feeling stress.
Oh.
And it doesn't mean I'm lying. For instance, if you talk to a police officer, even socially, you're going to feel a little bit of stress and a little bit of nerves. But someone like Kathryn Dance knows that. She says, okay, this is general stress, not a problem. We all feel that, talking to our parents or our children or friends at various points. But if it occurs at a time when she never noticed it before, that means something. And so Catherine is right on the case. She's there to track things down.
And you're on to a new series with more Catherine Dance novels.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of her. The fans like her, so they're getting Catherine Dance, although I'm alternating. Lincoln will be back next year, and then I'm already about halfway through that book, and then I will be writing a Catherine Dance for 2009, is that right? Oh my gosh,
Wow.
This is long-term planning.
Jeff Deaver, you're amazing. Thanks so much for coming back to our
Julie,
show.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. And to read an excerpt from The Sleeping Doll, just head to our website at cbsnews.com. And The Sleeping Doll is published by Simon & Schuster, which is owned by CBS.